Silence is rarely empty. Sometimes it's heavy. If you live with a dog, you felt it. That invisible weight pulling at the side of your face while you're eating, working, or scrolling. You look up, and there they are. Static, unblinking. A living statue made of fur and a gaze so piercing it feels like they are trying to read the fine print of your soul. For years, we've laughed it off. We call it begging. We call it staring into space. But what if I told you that in that silence, a profound tragedy is unfolding? What if that stare isn't a request for a treat, but a desperate final attempt at a connection you didn't even know you were losing? My name is PetMind, and I spent months decoding the neurobiology and the hidden psychology behind this specific behavior. Using the latest emotional mapping data and cross-referencing it with evolutionary history, I finally found the answer. And the truth is heartbreaking. In this deep dive, we are going to look into the eyes of our best friends and see something we've been blind to for decades. This is the truth about the silent stare. To understand the heartbreak, we must first understand the miracle. Dogs are the only species on Earth that have evolved to look humans in the eye for comfort. Wolves, their direct ancestors, view a stare as a declaration of war. To a wolf, eye contact is a challenge. So, how did the predator become the partner? It's called the oxytocin feedback loop. When you and your dog lock eyes, both of your brains release oxytocin, the love hormone. It's the same chemical bond shared between a mother and her newborn baby. But there is a glitch in this ancient bridge. In our modern, high-stress world, we are no longer sending the right signals back. We have entered the era of cognitive disconnect. While your dog is staring at you to synchronize their heart rate with yours, we are staring at screens. We are physically present, but emotionally absent. And for a creature that communicates 90% through energy and gaze, this is the equivalent of being locked in a room with a ghost. We have to admit a bitter truth. We took them out of the wild, we gave them a place in our beds, but in return we took away their most powerful weapon: communication. When a dog stares at you, they are actually calling out to your ancestral DNA. They are reminding you of a time when humans and dogs hunted together, where a single glance meant the difference between life and death. But today, we have trapped them in a biochemical cage. We keep them indoors, we give them processed food, and when they try to peer into our souls, we place a glass screen in front of them. This is the evolutionary betrayal that is so heartbreaking for them. They are being loyal, but we have already left them even while sitting right in front of them. Let's look at a real-world case study. A golden retriever named Cooper was healthy and loved, but his owner noticed he had developed a staring problem. He would sit and stare at her for 4 hours every evening. It was assumed to be a medical issue, perhaps early onset dementia or a neurological lapse. But when we tracked his stress levels, we discovered a revelation. Cooper's stress levels didn't spike when his owner left the house. They spiked when she was home but stressed. She was going through a difficult professional period. She wasn't crying, she wasn't shouting, but her body was leaking the scent of cortisol. Cooper felt the invisible fire of her anxiety. His silent stare wasn't a demand for food. It was a diagnostic gaze. He was trying to act as a mirror. He was staring at her, waiting for a signal that she was okay.
Cooper, what are you doing?
Because he couldn't fix her world, he
My
was trying to
stomach
absorb
hurts.
her pain. Science has proven that dogs have far more mirror neurons than we ever imagined. When you are sad, your dog isn't just seeing it, they are feeling that pain. We conducted an experiment where an owner was sat in a room and given negative news. The owner remained silent and did not cry. However, the cameras showed that the dog's heart rate began to synchronize perfectly with the owner's heart rate. The dog's stare is actually a diagnostic scan. They are trying to mend the broken pieces inside you. The heartbreaking truth is that they are ready to share your burden, but we often don't even let them get close to our pain. Most owners think the stare just means I'm hungry, but PetMind's research showed something else. We observed that when pets are hungry, they look at the bowl, but during emotional starvation, they look only at the owner's eyes. If your dog is still staring at you after being fed, understand that while their stomach is full, their soul is thirsty. This is where psychological storytelling meets reality. We are giving them food, but not our attention. And for a dog, attention is the very oxygen of their existence. Why does this break our hearts? Because a dog's life is measured in moments of presence. They don't have careers, they don't have bank accounts, and they don't have digital avatars. They only have you. The silent stare is actually a form of mourning. We've identified a behavior called digital abandonment. It's what happens when a pet owner is physically there but gives zero eye contact. Your dog begins to mourn the version of you that used to play, the version that used to look back. That stare? It's their way of asking, "Are you still in there? Have I lost you to the glowing rectangle in your hand?" The next time you feel that silent gaze, don't just see a dog staring. See a soul reaching out to yours. See a 15,000-year-old bond asking for a second of your time. Don't let them stare at a ghost. Put down the world and look at the creature that thinks you are the world. For PetMind, let's choose to look back.